A paper towel roll would work fine. Hopefully you have a nice firm roll that you can use. So go ahead and get that for yourself. We'll wait a minute before we get started. We'll use some of that, we'll use the blocks today to work through some of the yoga movements and some of the yoga postures. So I'll give you a minute to get yourself there. And let me take this off here so we can see clearly. Okay. All right, so come to sit comfortably in your chair and find what that means for you. The one thing we do want to do is to engage the core and engage the back of the body. So rather than leaning back and using the support of the chair, let your spine grow taller. Let your feet connect with the ground. And then let's take an inhale breath. Lift the arms up to the sky. And exhale, sigh it out your mouth and float them down. Take another breath like that. Inhale. Exhale, release. And now place the hands where they're comfortable, whether that's palm down, you can have your palms up, or you can place your hands on your heart, whatever feels comfortable and meaningful for you today. So the other day I was listening to an interview with Mark Nepo, who's the author of the Book of Awakening. And he was talking about his journey being diagnosed with cancer 40 years ago. He was in his 30s at the time, and he was a writer, an author, a poet. And he said that the situation, the diagnosis, made him think about his life. And he said that he realized he was driven and not drawn. And what he meant by that was that it was either his ego or society that was pushing him to succeed. It wasn't a sense of true joy or a connection or his true self. So it was almost like a false identity. Is he still a writer? Yes. But I liken it to a racehorse. When that horse is being whipped, that horse is running full speed, and that is being driven. There's a reason it's moving forward. But when a horse is running for pure joy of its own, maybe just as fast, and just because it feels good, that's the difference between being drawn and being driven. And for Mark Nepo, it took a situation in his life for him to sit back and reassess. And sometimes that might be a grief, a loss, or a change of something that we felt was a way our life was traveling. But it might behoove us to take a look at that situation before something monumental occurs. Maybe we should start to think, are we at yoga because we know we should be and it looks good that we go to yoga? Or are we here because we're drawn to the sensation? That something inside tells us this is where we need to be. And I'm going to read a passage to you from his book, The Book of Awakening, that kind of explains the true and false self. Each time we experience a change in reality as we know it, we must choose whether to declare or hide what we know to be true. At such moments, we either need to bring the way we have been living into accord with that shift of reality, or we need to resist the change. Thus, in daily ways, whether we live in our true or false self depends on our willingness to stay real. So it's something for us to think about and to stop periodically, whether it's once a week, once a day, once a month, and to consider where we are driven or where we are drawn. And we'll start the practice today with a nice centering breath that starts to bring the rhythm of the breath together with the rhythm of the mind. Usually they're out of sync, and that causes a lot of the turmoil. So I invite you to close your eyes here. And as you begin to inhale, imagine a warm, peaceful energy below your belly button, traveling up the back of your spine, along the back of your neck, and to the crown of your head. As you exhale, that warm energy travels across the front of your body, down past your chest, over your belly, and into that same spot it started. So follow this circle breath, inhaling through the back of the body and exhaling the warm energy down the front of your body. Continue this circle of breath, noticing the inhale arising from the tailbone up to the crown of your head. And that softening of exhale slowly down the front of your body, right into that same spot below your navel. And let's take 5 quiet rounds, just staying with your breath, connecting the rhythm of the breath with the rhythm of the thinking mind. No need for you to count here, just stay with the experience. Stay present in this moment here. And wherever you are, without rushing to finish, take 2 more complete rounds, ending with an exhale. And when you finish that last exhale, slowly bring your hands to heart center. Let the palms touch. Sit up even taller. Inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, draw your chin down towards your collarbone. Release the hands to your thighs and slowly flutter open the eyes, coming back to the present. No need to rush to get here. And then take a sweeping inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, float and twirl the wrists down. Take it nice and slow. Follow that path again. Inhale, feel that spine grow tall as you reach up with the ribs. And then make your way down, floating and fluttering the fingertips. Take 1 more, and this time get as tall as you can as you reach up. Imagine the hips pressing into your chair. Reach up to the sky and slowly float down on your exhale. Now keep that left hand where it is. Lift the right hand towards the sky. Let the palm face towards your ear, so in towards the center of the body, and reach up. Take an inhale breath. Reach up even further. And then float that arm down. Left arm comes up. Reach as tall as you can. Fingertips to the ceiling, hips to the chair. Take another inhale, lift up even further. Exhale to release. Take that right arm up again. Inhale to find all the length that you can. And then drop the hand behind your head. Let the elbow come towards the sky. Walk the fingertips down your back. But be careful of your head here. If you're pushing the head forward, release the arm a little bit more towards your sides. The idea here is to keep the spine long. So make whatever adjustment feels right to you. And then inhale the arm up once more. Keep that left hand where it is. And let's take a side bend over to the left. So really anchor that right hip in. And maybe a gentle twist of the chin so that right shoulder starts to slightly drop back and you find more space towards the front of your right rib. Inhale, come back to center, and let's lower that hand down. Take the left arm up, fingertips as high and as lifted as they can. Feel the energy. And then bend the elbow, take the hand behind the head, behind the back of the body, elbow to sky or elbow at 45 degrees, as long as you can keep your spine long and tall. Inhale, arm lifts once more, right hand stays, left arm draws over the ear, and the left hip anchors down. Maybe your chin tucks towards your underarm, looking towards the sky, rolling that left shoulder back, opening up the front of that left rib cage now. Inhale to center. Exhale, float the hand down. Let's take one block or paper towel roll here and place it between the hands and keep it at its widest point. This is the thinnest, this is the widest. I'm going to press in with your hands here, but bring your elbows in close to your body. So hug your elbows in and press here so you engage the front of your arms and your biceps and triceps. Really nice and nice firm grip here, as though you were trying to press the block into the center. Now release that press, let the shoulders relax. Just pause and notice. A lot of muscle engagement here. Let's press again, draw those elbows in, hug close to the midline of your body. We have one more breath here. And release. Take that pause and notice where you feel that. Maybe in the back of your body, maybe in your core. Let's take that one more time, really press into the block, hug your elbows in, and release. Lower the block for a moment. I'm going to be lifting the block up overhead, so I'm going to move back slightly so you can see my arms when they're lifted. So keeping the block between your hands just as it is, lift the arms up to the sky. Tilt this because you're not getting full view of the block, and that's where we need to be right now. Arms up to the sky. So I've got you holding it a little bit longer. That's a good thing. And see if you can elicit that same pressing feeling here. Totally different, coming from the upper back. And then let's turn to the right. Inhale to center. Press into the block again. Turn to the left. Inhale to center. Bend the elbows here. Block right in front of your chin so that your elbows are coming out in front of you, but not blocking your face. So it's slightly down. Now take that twist again. Come to the right. Continue to press into the block. Come to the center and take it to the left. And come to the center. This time, elbows rise up. Maybe your blocks and fingers face the front of the room. Take that twist again. So notice how the core is beginning to rotate more deeply each time. Come to center, and then take it to your left. Come to center. Lift the arms to the sky once more. Release the pressure. Just hold the block so it doesn't fall on you. Luckily, it's nice and lightweight. You don't have to worry about anybody getting injured. We're going to tuck that left hip down towards your chair and take this over to the right. So make sure the feet are active here. Root down into the ground will give you more support. And imagine that left hand reaching even further away. So can you take a little bit of a deeper bend while keeping the hip on the chair? Start to engage the center of your body to come back to midline. And then we'll take this the other direction. Little pressure on the block. Shifting your right arm away, lifting, lifting, lifting. Coming back to center. And we'll take that one more time. Moving slowly, resist gravity's ability to pull you down to the ground. Take a moment here to press into that block. We have another breath. Come back to center. And take this over to your left. Pressing into the block again, engaging whatever you need to help support. Inhale to center. And then lower the block right out in front of you with the arms nice and long. And let's just press one more time, holding for a count of 5. And release. We're building up some upper body strength so that eventually if you come to the studio or to the library and we do some hybrid classes, we can do some mat things or engage in different ways with the wall. Some more things we can use moving forward if we have the upper body strength. So it's a good way to build that up. We'll use this again for legs eventually. So place your block out of the way so it's nowhere that's going to affect your ability to move. And make sure that your ankles now are right below the knees. Taking your hands to prayer. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, slide on down your legs. Now this time, as you come to inhale, take the hands behind your calves and slide halfway up. Hold on to the calves here and lengthen your spine. Exhale, roll down, round the back body. And inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, slide down the front of your body. Inhale, wrap the hands around the backs of your ankles and slide up to your flat back. Exhale, slide the hands down the back of your calves. Inhale, sweep them to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round, this time adding on. Inhale. Exhale, slide down the front of the shins. Stay there this time. Keep the left hand on your feet, right arm to the sky. Exhale to lower right arm. Left arm floats to the sky. Exhale to lower. Let's take one more twist like this. Right arm rises to the sky. Float it down. Left arm. Float it down. Hands come around the back of the heels. Slide up to your flat back. Slide them down the shins to round. And then big sun circles, sweep them up to the sky. Hands to heart center. Let's bring the hands down to the thighs and open the feet to a 45-degree angle. The block can be used here inside the right foot and one inside the left foot. It will give you a little bit more space. If the floor is close enough to you, then you don't need the block. So make that idea work for you, like something you're drawn to, not driven. This is not a pose that needs to be perfective, but a shape and an essence that needs to be felt. So take your left hand to your hip, the back of your right hand to the inside of the knee. And as you exhale, slide down to your ankle or that block. If the block is there, use it. If not, press the back of the hand against the leg against the hand, and roll your left shoulder open. The gaze can be wherever is comfortable on your neck. Inhale, slide out. And let's reverse the hand position. And if you have the blocks and you keep one on each side, you don't have to keep switching. If you're on the block, take that moment to press the leg against the back of the arm and notice how it opens up that right shoulder. I always hear my spine crack when I do this one side more than the other. Inhale to slide out. We'll switch again, adding on this time. Exhale to slide down. Find your foundation always. And then as you roll the shoulder back, perhaps the arm comes to the sky. And this time, let's keep the arm lifted. And as we started, when we were upright, we reached the fingertips towards the sky. Let that happen. Let it start to lift you. And then, with arms just as they are, slide out. Lower the hands. And let's switch to the other side. So the back of the hand inside the knee. The exhale draws you closer to the earth. And then the connection between your arm and leg enables you to open the shoulder. Inhale, lift skyward. So engage the left side of the body to support the right side. reach up a little further. And then from here, let the energy lift you up, keep the arms as they are, and lower the hand. We'll take that once more. So come back to your right side, sliding on down, rolling the shoulder back and lifting. And then take the moment of pause to feel. So reach fingertips up slightly, let that right side of the body lift away from the thigh. And then keeping that engagement, continue to lift up, lift up, lift up. Release the arm. And we'll take our last one on the left, starting with the hand on the hip, coming down towards your ankle or block, finding that openness in your heart space and lifting the arm. And then as you continue to lift up, find space between the rib and your thigh. Reach, reach, reach. Keep your length and slide up over the hands. Nice, everyone. Let's pick up the blocks again. I'm going to take them in that wide edge, pressing into them with the fingertips this time facing the sky. Take a twist to your right. And then we're going to try to take that left elbow down towards the thigh. It does not have to touch, just a direction. Inhale to center. Take it to your left. Inhale to center. Now we're going to come back to that same movement again. This time the left foot is going to press into the ground so that the left thigh almost begins to open when we come into the full twist. Inhale, breath, and as you exhale, start to bring the left elbow over. Now think about that left foot pressing open. Inhale to center. Root into that right foot. Keep that right leg really active and stable. Bring the right elbow over. Press that right leg open. Inhale, come to center. And we'll take that one time, this time moving a little bit more quickly, bringing the elbow towards the thigh. Keep pushing the left leg open here. Center. Right leg presses open, right elbow to thigh. Inhale to center. And then let's take the block. Let's place the block down in front of your right foot. So right underneath where your foot would be underneath your knee. So make that adjustment here. So if your feet were side by side, just leave a little space between the legs here. So the feet are pretty much lined up, right foot, left foot, right foot's on the block. I'm going to lift the left knee. Now I'm going to give you an option here. You can hold on to the side of your chair for a little bit more support. You can place the hands gently on the thighs, or another option to spin through is the arms extended. So you're going to pick the place that draws you in, not a driven pose. So feel your way in. If it feels right, you'll stay with it. If you need to release, feel free to do that. So I'll start with my hands gently on my thighs. Let's lift that left knee up. I'm going to start to extend that leg forward. Bring the knee in, knees line up, and lower it down. So this right leg is active too. That's giving you support on the block, keeping your hips stabilized as you move through this. Really engages that quadricep muscle in that left leg, very active. Right leg is active too. And this time, keep a hover right here and slowly press it down. Let's rotate that leg right and left. And we'll take it for a little spin. So wrap your hands around your shin, lift the knee right up to your chest. Maybe the heart rises towards the ceiling. And then lengthen the arms here. Let the knee move forward and the shin press into the backs of your palms. And let's make some circles here. And then take them the other way. And then slowly release the foot down. We'll take this the other way. So if you have a second block, or just shift that block right over. And again, make sure that the knee is in line with the ankle and the feet are just about hip width apart. Take your arm position, chair, thighs. This time I'm going to leave my arms extended and engage that left foot right there on the block first. Lift the knee up. Extend the leg out. Lift the knee, they come in line, and lower it down. So the goal is to get that right leg up towards the knee, or the idea, I should say, not really the goal, just a visual. And we'll take that one more time. So the hover of the foot first, feel that movement completely. Maybe you stay out for one more breath. Draw the knee in and lower it down. Let's hug that shin in, sit up a drop taller, and then press the shin forward so the arms lengthen and make a few circles here in one direction. And then take those circles in the other direction. And release the foot down. Take both blocks here and place them right underneath where your feet should be. So your feet are stepping completely on the block. I'm going to walk the toes towards the front of the block. So the toes are off the block, the ball of the foot is still engaged. And press the toes down as though you were bird claws hugging that edge of that block. Now lift the toes up, come onto the heels. So flex the toes towards your shin. Press them down again, toes hug the edge of the block just like bird wings, bird claws. And then come into that flexion and take that one more time. Bird wings, bird feet, and then flexion. And release. We're going to come to a figure 4, seated. The block is useful, and I'll explain 3 different ways to come into this. You can cross at the ankle if you need to. You can cross at the height of a block outside the right calf, or take the ankle over the thigh. So you find the place right now that works for you. Ankle over ankle, ankle to block, or ankle to thigh. Begin to sit tall again. Notice if you've shifted to one side. And then gently take your left hand and open up your knee. Release that pressure, let the knee come back to a natural state. And inhale, oh, let's take the other block. Got a good one here. Take the other block in your hand, again, long ways, fingertips facing me. And then inhale, rise up. Nice long spine here. Let's practice what we did earlier. And with an exhale, keep that long spine and bring the block forward as though you were trying to place it on a plate that is way far away from you. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, come forward. So feel the length coming from that tailbone to the crown of the head. Keep the gaze down. Maybe the ears line up with your triceps here. Press through the right foot for support. Rise up. Lift up all the way here. See if you can bring your arms in line with your ears once again. And this time, come forward. We will stay here. We'll use the core, pull the belly in towards the spine. Reach the arms away. Lengthen the back of your neck and breathe. Maybe feel that circle breath once again. Now press through that right foot and rise up. Release the block down. And let's uncross the ankle and take a moment, hands at the chair and windshield wiper the knees. Let that all go away. And then coming back to center, switching the block to the outside of the foot if you used it, keeping your other block handy. And you might notice one side different than the other. This side may need the block. See where you need to be today. And it doesn't mean you'll be here tomorrow or any other day. Just a moment to reassess what seems to be working for you. Take your right hand, gently opening up the knee here, a little bit of pressure, coming right down the front of the thigh into the hip area, and then release. Now rooting through that left foot, find solid ground here. Take the block at its widest point, and let's first find that length. Ears along side of the biceps alongside of the ears, lengthen from the back body, crown of the head towards the sky, and keeping that length. Let's take it down. We're going to place the plate or the block onto a plate in front of you, reaching out. Inhale, breath, staying with the length. Lift up. Exhale, coming forward as the belly hollows out to give you more space. Continue to reach long rather than round. Press into that left foot, rise up. And we'll take that one more time, coming forward once again. Pressing into the foot. One more breath here, reach away, lengthen. And then inhale to rise. Exhale, release the hands, release the block. Uncross the leg. And let's windshield wiper those knees again. We'll come up to some standing now. So keep your blocks handy. We will be using them once we rise up. So walk the feet back so the ankles come behind the knees into that letter Z shape. And the hands have that same choice. You can use the sides of the chair. You can bring them Velcro to your thighs, or you can take them to a 45-degree angle, just slightly higher than your shoulders. We'll take a hover to get us there. Actually, let's use the blocks to lift up. Place the block between your thighs. Squeeze it. But again, then draw the feet back. So we want to make sure that the feet are behind the knees to bring you up while squeezing the block. If we're going to use it standing, we might as well use it to get there. So the feet are really anchored down. The block's being squeezed by your inner thighs. The arms are at the position that feels right for you. I'm going to press into the feet and start to lift the hips up. Incorporate the arms to gently lift the chest. Keep the hips where they are. Squeeze that block. Squeeze, 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 and slowly find your way back down. Release the hands. Pause, and just notice where you feel sensation. Maybe it is the inner thighs, maybe you're noticing it in the lower belly, maybe your arms and shoulders. Let's start to prepare again. First, squeezing into the block, finding your arm position, pressing into the feet to lift up. Let the hips sit back gently, let the arms come slightly skyward, press into that block, continue to hug, hug, hug the block, and then pressing into your feet, hugging the block, rise up to stand. Release the arms down by your side. And take the block. See, now you don't have to bend. It was good that we had it where we had it. So take the block and lift it up over your head. Find your length once again. Reach, reach, reach. We did this seated. We're going to do this standing now. So feet are firmly planted, hip width apart. Take an exhale over to your right. Continue to press into the block here and let the left hip shift out. Maybe you've come to a C curve. Inhale, come to center. Connect with the block once again. Find that firmness and stability, and then come over to your left. Pressing into the block all the while, right hips moving away. Inhale to center. Let's take that one more time, coming over to your right, and maybe taking a gentle shift upward. Inhale to center, and take it over to your left. Let the chest rise up towards the sky, gentle slight twist here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. And let's release the block down to the seat of your chair. Come to stand behind your chair. You don't need the block for now, so it's just a little storage spot. Take the hands on the back of your chair. And we did a little bit of those bird claws on the edge of the block. But this time we're going to flex the foot the other way by lifting from the heels and coming up through the arch of the foot to the ball of the foot and onto all 10 toes. Notice if your weight is shifting into the big toe, and imagine your thighs rolling outward to the pinky toe so that all 10 toes are engaged. And let's stay here. If you need to come down, feel free to come down. We eventually will all come down. as in right now, but slowly lower. Use the muscles in the front of the foot. Activate the arch. Keep it active as the heel touches down. And then shift the weight into neutral. I'm gonna come up to that again, rising slowly. No rush to get there, lifting just the heels, the arches of the feet, coming up to the ball of the foot, towards the toes. Take that moment to activate. Roll the thighs out so the pinkies hug the floor. Now keep your left foot right where it is. Bend the left knee and drop the right heel. So we're trotting here. Come up, both feet are lifted, drop the left heel and bend the right knee. So we're doing a little bit of a trotting action with a full lift in between. So coming down one heel at a time, rising back up, lowering the other heel. Let's take that 2 more times on each side. And finish out with whatever side you started with, 1 more on the opposite. Lift both up and slowly find your way down to the ground. Beautiful. Let's open the legs to a nice 45-degree angle, wider than or as wide as the legs of your chair. As you exhale, bend the knees and watch where they're tracking, bringing them over your big toe or second toe, and now press them open. Here's our bird wings. Then press into the feet to lift up. Come back down again. Right hand to heart, left hand to heart. Stay here or open both arms with energy. Fingers nicely spread, arms in a V. Make sure all the parts of your foot are engaged with the earth here. Find your balance. Now press, lift all the way up, take your hands to touch. And then let's drop that left arm down, keep the right arm up, and keep the legs just as they are. And take a side bend to your left. Let the left hand slide down. And then slide up to center. Keep that right arm lifted. Let the left arm come up. Drop the right arm. Reach up to the sky and take this over to your right. Inhale to center. Let the right arm rise up. Interlace the fingers and flip the palms to the sky. Reach up and out of the back body. Let the shoulders lift towards the ears here. Press into the fingers, reach towards the sky. And then slow the hands down, slowly float the hands down, rotating the wrists once again. And then walk the feet in, coming to the center of the back of your chair, and both feet facing the screen. Let's extend the right foot, just the big toe is on the ground. And take a moment here to draw that left leg straight. So there's a bit of an off balance here. We tend to make that adjustment. See if you can press into the left foot a little bit more. Left arm comes out, right arm comes out. Left arm lowers, right arm lowers, slide the foot in. Let's take that left foot out, big toe. That's your grounding. That's the part that's connecting you to the earth. And again, now that right leg needs to just shift slightly. Notice what happens here. Belly pulls up, leg lifts tall, crown of the head reaches the sky. Right arm comes out, left arm comes out. Right arm in, left arm in, lower the hands and bring the leg in. I'm gonna add on to this one. So extend that leg once again. Make your adjustment with the left leg here. For a moment, you'll probably shift once we lift the foot off the floor, but the length is going to come through that whole midline of your body. So here we're going to lift the left arm only. Keep the right hand on chair for support and lift the toe off the floor. Option to bring it back down if you need more support. Otherwise, right arm opens up. So this is definitely a balance challenge. And if you fall out of balance, it's fine. You're in your own home, and even if you're not, it's whatever you're drawn to, wherever you feel, and wherever that balance may be today. Let's lower the right hand to the back of the chair. Let's lower the foot and then lower the arm. Sweep the foot in and do that little bit of a trot here. Let's take the balance on the other side. And we all probably know that one side tends to be better than the other, or more able than the other. So this time the left toes are coming out. And for you, that could be left or right, or maybe both are exactly the same. Let's lift the right arm to the sky. And then let's lift the left foot. So find your balance here. An option to stay right here. Keep the foot down, we'll leave the foot lifted. And then the additional option is to open up that right arm. So where is the balance? Where is the star? Toe on the ground is fine, reaching for the sky. And then slowly lower that left hand, lower that right foot, left foot, and then right hand. Slide it in, and let's take that trotting motion again. And then come to face, well, you're already facing the back of your chair. I'm just going to turn mine around so we can do our warrior series. Facing the back of your chair, I'm going to step that left leg back at a 45-degree angle. So there's a nice bend in your right knee, facing the chair, and the knee is over the ankle. By over the ankle, above. You don't want to be too far in front of the foot. That's going to tax your knee joint. So pull back if you need to. If your legs are straight, see if you can bend a little bit more. You might need to step closer. That's fine. Both hands touch the back of the chair. And let's lift up for warrior one. You can always keep a hand on the back of the chair for extra support. Remember that. Lift the arms to the sky like we did seated, and imagine that peaceful energy rising out of your fingertips as you stay balanced and poised in warrior one. Press that back foot down. Feel energy in your back thigh. Engage that second leg back here, just as much as the front leg. And then we're going to take an open twist to warrior two. So the right arm comes over the right leg and the left arm reaches back. Gaze towards your front arm. Now pivot back into warrior one, arms reach for the sky. And we're going to take that twist in the opposite direction. A little bit more of a balance challenge here. Right arm goes back, left arm forward, look towards the right hand. Sweep right back up to warrior one. And let's take that 2 more times. So find yourself drawn into the movement. Take it as a slow and meditative flow. If something feels better in your body, acknowledge it. Move with the draw of the sensation rather than the drive of society or effort. We'll all meet in a warrior one, facing the back of the chair, arms lifted. Now reach the arms forward and start to shift your weight towards your fingertips. 2 options here. We're going to hop that left foot back in to meet the right. And you can take it from this angle, or you can place your hands on the back of the chair for extra support. Otherwise, shift the weight and step forward, lift the arms to the sky. Lower the hands down. I'm going to take this on the other side. So the right leg is going to step back at a nice 45-degree angle. Find that firm foundation in that back foot and a nice bend in that front leg. Both hands face the back of the chair so that the hips can face the back of the chair. And then we lift up for warrior one. As the fingertips rise and the energy comes out of the fingers, the shoulders stay back and down here. We want to feel so much length in the side of the body that the belly naturally pulls up and lifts, giving us the support we need to stay lifted. And then with that exhale breath, finding your warrior two. So the left hand comes over that front thigh, the right arm reaches back, your gaze is forward. Try to keep your body centered where shoulders are over hips rather than reaching forward or back. Nice length here through your fingertips. And then we'll make our way back to warrior one. Arms lift up, we face the back of the chair. And we'll exhale into that reverse twist, looking towards our back arm. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. And we have two more flows here, moving at your own pace. Again, feeling the draw. And if something says, linger here, stay here, breathe here, take it. No need to rush through. Find the movement that feels right for you. We'll all eventually meet in a warrior one with arms lifted to the sky, back leg activated. And as we lean to shift our weight forward and the arms reach out in front, we have the option of taking the back of the chair or shifting our weight and hopping forward. Arms lift up to the sky. Exhale, float them down. Let's step that left leg back at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to take a different turn here. So that back foot is again at that 45-degree angle, just like we started in warrior one. So come to find your foundation before we move even further. Keeping that nice bend in the front knee and keep that front hand on the chair. Take your left arm alongside your left leg, flip the palm to the sky, and then flip it back. Notice what's happening to your shoulder. Take that one more time. Leave the palm up. Look towards your palm and imagine taking a breath of air with you. Lift the palm up, 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 and over your ear. So we want to pull up the left side of the body so that the right side is lifted and open. Stay here for another breath. Keep pressing the left foot into the back, into the mat and the fingertips away. And then rise back up into that warrior two. Lower the hand. I'm going to shift the weight and step the foot forward so you can just bring both hands to the back and step forward. And we'll take this on the other side so that right leg's going to step back, finding our foundation in that warrior one type of pose. And then we're going to take that right hand along the right thigh. Flip the palm, rotate it back down. Flip the palm again, rotate it back down. Flip the palm, thumb is facing away. Look towards the hand and take that breath of air, take it with you up and over your head, over your ear, and keep shifting into that right side. Reach the fingertips away from the foot. Staying here for another breath. And then inhale to come back up. Let's bring the arm to the front of the chair and shift the weight forward. Take a moment to pedal out the feet. And then come to sit back in the chair. Take your block and place it underneath your right foot. So the right foot's going to go on the block. We did this before, just as though it was almost your shoe size. And again, if your foot is longer than the block, it doesn't matter. But you want to keep that ankle right below, just like the feet were side by side on a level plane. Only one is lifted. And do a little bit of core work here. And we have the same arm option as we did in chair pose. You can hold on to the side of the chair. You can place them on top of your thighs, or you can extend them out. Now, these are three different experiences. And as you go through them or cycle your way through, you'll find which one works for you. So we're going to lift this time the right leg off the block and extend it out by tapping it in front of the block. Inhale, take it back to the block. I'm going to ask you to do something. Take your left hand and place it on your lower belly, below the belly button. And the right hand can be wherever you have it today. Inhale and lift. Feel that lower belly. Exhale, tap your toe. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's take that one more time. Inhale to lift. Tap the toe. Inhale, lift. Lower the foot. And let's take the foot off the block and give your knees a hug, round down here. Slowly roll up with a round spine, lifting tall, and shift the block to the other foot. So now the left foot is on the block. The right knee is going to stay right where it is. You'll take whichever arm position. We'll use the right hand on the belly here. So whatever arm position for the left hand. Inhale to lift the leg. Exhale, tap in front of your block. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. X. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. Move the block out of your way and take a nice wrap around your shins. Let the crown of the head face your feet. Make a few sways left and right here. And release the hands, let the arms dangle. Move the head, no. Left and right, no. Come back to center and roll up so slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. And the last thing up is the crown of the head. Lift your arms to the sky with an inhale. And exhale, sigh it away, float them down. Take that again, inhale up. Exhale, float away. And take that one more time. This time, bring the breath up the back of the body. And exhale, breathe down the front of your body. Slowly lower the hands. And then make your way to comfort within your chair. Find the support beneath you. Allow the body to relax. This is your Shavasana. Make any adjustment you need that makes you feel completely comfortable, where you can let go and surrender to the support beneath you. Closing the eyes here. Allowing the hands to connect with some part so they're not dangling, but feeling a bit of support. Feel gentle energy in your toes. Feel it run up the back of your legs and make its way to the crown of your head. And then, like a waterfall, imagine that peace cascading from the top of your head, down the front of your face, over your chest and belly, into your legs, down the front of your shins, and into the toes. Relax your jaw. Let go of any tension. As the rhythm of the breath and the rhythm of the mind become one. Begin to deepen the breath. Keeping your eyes closed, just invite gentle movement into whatever space feels right for you. Start to acknowledge that heart. where the attention is drawn to what moves might feel right and authentic and heartfelt. And then as you breathe deeper, let the arms lift up one more time. And as you exhale, bring them to your heart center. Let your head serve your heart. Let everything melt like snow into the ground of your heart. May sun shine down upon you, may love fill your heart, and may your inner light guide you on your way. Your practice is a gift, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope